Hey, yo. What's poppin', gang? Oh, man. Yo, hey, I need all the same energy. I need all the same energy from all them Drake fans, them Drake stands that was K-Bot. I want all that same energy when it comes to Drake. All the same energy. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. What up, gang? All right, man. So we got another one. Shout out to my dog, Fantastic Hip Hop over there, man. Y'all know he's a resident Drake hater, man. He really, I think maybe is all his videos about Drake. Does he drop any video that's not about Drake? Hold on, let me see. Drake. Hold on, wait. Let me look. Drake. 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 Hey, bro, I told y'all he is a resident Drake hater, bro. He cannot stand Drake. Jessica Danae, what up? We back. I made it. Happy Friday, gang. What up, DC? What up, Manchild? What up, Be Real? Why would he drop anything when this is getting him his bread and butter, bro? But look, man, so I was looking at the numbers. I was actually listening to The Company Man. I was listening to The Company Man. What up, Deontay? And the fall off is crazy. I think the Some Sexy Songs for You did like 800 album sales or something like that. Was it this week or last week? Correct me if I'm wrong. However, the fall off has been absolutely insane. I don't think Drake had any songs in the top 10 at all. I think the last song was at number 11. So the fall off has been absolutely it's unprecedented. We don't really see anything like that. And we've seen some of the Kendrick songs kind of continue to get a second boost. And like I said, I just want the same energy, bro. What up, Stale Face? What up, gang? I ain't seen you in a minute. What up, bro? But I just want the same energy. Ariel Smoke, what up? Duck Lip Predator's entire career is fake. Ooh. Hi there. Hi here. What up, Lord Racer? What up? I was trying to watch the Tory disc, but the audio cuts off. Not sure if anyone was experiencing that on the vid, not in the live. The audio should be good though. It should be good. Experiencing it on the vid, not the live. I'll check it out. It should be good though. The fall off, you think J. Cole will feature him? Oh my God. I hope not. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. We got Fantastic Hip Hop's video here. Make sure y'all hit that like button on this video if you guys haven't done it already. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. I appreciate you guys joining the family. Of course, like I said, hit that like button. You guys can follow me on all my socials, all that good stuff. Make sure y'all go over to Fantastic Hip Hop, hit the like button on their video as well. You guys can give them a watch as well. But let's go ahead and get into this, man. I'm expecting it to be a good one. I'll check it out again. I appreciate you, man. Compton up. What up, big bucks? Let's get it.
With Drake, when he is not busy embarrassing. Now, currently with Drake, when he is not busy embarrassing himself with the ridiculous lawsuit that he keeps escalating, the other major thing him and OVO are trying to do is desperately convince people that his new song Nokia is the hit track that music has needed right now. And while
so I've heard Give Me a Hug. I thought that was the one they was trying to push. Are they really trying to push Nokia like that? Because I haven't seen that. Ariel Smoke for the 2. What up? Hold up. I hope the disappointing beige do are on the FO. What's that? Shout out to Ariel Smoke for the 2, man. I appreciate it.
Track that music has needed right now, and while Drake and everyone around him are doing everything they can to try and trick people into believing that this song is the real organic smash record at the moment compared to all of Kendrick Lamar's tracks that are dominating the top charts, which of course with those songs they are trying to claim that they have all been boosted up to only create the mere illusion that they are as big as they are.
Now, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I want the same energy. Y'all saying Kendrick's been boosting and is still boosting? You mean to tell me he needed the boost after a Super Bowl, after the Grammys? He needed to continue to boost? What happened with y'all? They was doing somebody sent me this, bro. I never showed it to y'all because I didn't even know if it was hold on, let me see. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. Oh, damn. Ray tagged me on Instagram too. Let me see. This it right here, right here, right here. Were y'all seeing this? Bounties. And they were paying people to make user-generated content. Post a UGC video featuring a song from Some Sexy Songs for You. Earn 70 cents. So, again, I don't think it's like out of the norm. I think people do this like all the time. I just think people act like they not paying for play. It's not payola, but they're not paying to get people to get out there and listen to these songs and inflate it. So they're running these campaigns and inflating all the numbers. And then when people get done doing it, the numbers just drop off. It's not organic. It's not organic. That's the difference. But I did see that. And I thought that was crazy, bro. I thought that was insane. That is pathetic. I haven't heard a single song. Oh my God. Hey, bro, chill. I don't need to know that game.
Compared to all of Kendrick Lamar's tracks that are dominating the top charts, which of course with those songs, they are trying to claim that they have all been boosted up to only create the mere illusion that they are as big as they are. Well, after all of the confusion that Drake has been trying to spread, all to make his own song look better and of course make Kendrick's look worse. When it comes to both Kendrick Lamar's tracks being more deserving chart toppers than anything else we have seen in so long, and at the same time, even the moderate success we are seeing with Nokia having something very clearly wrong with it going on behind the scenes. Right now, we just got all the confirmation we needed to say with certainty that despite
Nokia is the joint that Drum said he took, right? So is that what he talking about what's going on behind the scenes? Nokia is the one he said Drum took, right? I still listen to GNX every day. I'm a part of the problem. And the cap off is at $1,000 even when you make more than that. That's crazy. Do me a favor, Tab. We got almost 130 million people in here. Let's get 100 likes in the stream. I appreciate it.
Drake's claims about Kendrick Lamar being put in place by the industry to stop him, and that the numbers Kendrick Lamar is pulling in are just a lie. Crazy. In actuality, we now know that Drake has been the one who is faking his influence and lying to everybody at the same time. And now before we go any further into this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And so now with
Exactly, it helps that algorithm out. I appreciate it.
That said, when it comes to Drake, as we now have seen Drake do whatever he can to try and convince his fan base that he is the biggest victim the music industry has ever seen.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, he's really painting himself out to be the biggest victim in the history of music. I've never heard it put like that. Like, bro is literally like acting like he's the biggest victim in the history of music. How many lawsuits is it now? Is it 2? Are we up to 2 or 3 lawsuits now? And it's all from the same type of tactics that have been used in his favor too, right? Like he's been the beneficiary of all of the same tactics that he's accusing other people of using, and then on top of that, the user-generated content and stuff like that, which is fine, but let's not act like it's not a thing, right?
Making this entire stunt he is trying to pull off even worse. The only thing he even remotely cares about is trying to defeat Kendrick Lamar and discredit his success however he possibly can. Really, when it comes to Drake being able to use the fans who are just as desperate for a win as he has become, the only thing he has left to do, other than bother everybody with annoying paperwork, is push the one record from SSS for You that has kind of stuck with people in, of course, the song Nokia. And now, when it comes to the fact that despite Nokia being the most successful move Drake has made since the entire beef by far, yet the track cannot break past the strongholds of Kendrick Lamar's songs dominating everything, including Not Like Us, Luther, Squabble Up, and a few amount of other tracks depending on which chart we are exactly talking about. Well, Drake would want you to believe that Kendrick's success is all just another intentional effort to shut him out of the industry. And of course, we keep hearing that same narrative over and over again from his...
Here's another thing too, though, right? Here's another thing. Kendrick's gonna drop more music, right? So when he continues to go number one, is Drake just gonna continue to use the same excuse and say it's bots, it's bots, it's bots, it's like, when is it gonna stop? Because that's the way I see it, right? I see it as Kendrick is gonna continue to drop and continue to break records, and where he's going, I don't even think he's seen the height of where he can go. Like, obviously, I think that this is a very big moment, but I still think there's a lot of work left to do. So that's the question for y'all. When Kendrick drops new music or he's got a new movie coming out, y'all don't think there's going to be a soundtrack to that film that's going to be produced by Kendrick Lamar? That's just another opportunity for more music. And then the people are going to follow that. And Drake is just going to continue to say it's all fake. He said you can't fake influence, bro. You just can't.
Desperate fans, as in order to cope with the fact that a rapper is breaking records like we have never seen, they just keep resorting to the argument that Kendrick is getting all of these new listeners from fake plays and playlists because it's just so hard for them to accept reality. Well, now, despite all of the tedious conversation and coping that we have seen, no longer do all of us just know that Kendrick's success is about as real as it can possibly get. But now for Drake and all of the people who don't want to accept that they have lost in every single sense of the word, and in reality now, Kendrick is the one who numbers-wise Drake will never even creep up to. Altogether, we now know more than ever that Drake has been lying to every single one of us and making up all of the claims he has about Kendrick Lamar and his fake numbers, all because he is upset that Lamar is just doing more on Rap's throne than he has ever been able to. And this is because after all of the baseless claims about whose numbers are real and whose numbers are not, recently, none other than Spotify just checked their entire platform for music that was faking streams and had any sort of manipulation going on behind the scenes, and for anything that they detected was up, those numbers were wiped away from those records entirely. And now with Spotify checking this out, this is where things start to get bad for Drake, because despite people around him like current go-to producers in Gordo believing that Drake could never fail this much and Kendrick couldn't succeed the way he had, and they have tried to spread the word about this to everyone by putting up cryptic messages about how the truth will come to light, well, now with Spotify cleaning up their entire streaming records, I guess to Gordo's point, the truth has come to light, but in a way where Drake and everybody around him are not gonna like what they are gonna see. Because
my only question about that would be, why don't they do that all the time? You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't they scrub for real streams like regularly? Unless they do, and I'm just completely unaware, but it shouldn't take somebody they do? Okay, I was gonna say, it shouldn't take somebody prying into you to then be like, all right, no Diddy. To be like, all right, let me check and make sure all these streams are real. I think that should be, you have to keep the integrity of music. But the way they're saying it as if it was like a big, it was a bigger event, like we had to check everything. They block bots regularly. Kendrick SZA tour are gonna be amazing. Did y'all see Drakesha rented out a whole club? I did see that. I hope they get the lawsuit dismissed because he's just annoying now. Is it a monthly scrub? I don't know. Crodie lost numbers. The bot clear outs. Cardi B or Cardi? I'm happy I'm older and understand how important music is, and it's not the numbers. Yeah, see, I mean, listen, I definitely agree that numbers are not the most important thing, right? Like, the impact of the music, the message the music brings, gives, the impact of it, like I said, is the most important. The only time we talk about numbers really is when artists hang their hat on numbers. And we've talked about that before in the chat too, where artists like DJ Khaled talk about numbers all the time. I'm number one, I'm number one, I'm number one. Why are you number one? Drake did the same thing. Drake said, I'm really the best. And he's not that good. His numbers are just being inflated. So then, okay, well then let's look at the numbers. Now we got to focus on the numbers. I think, I guess I can't say across the board because I still believe that there's a ton of Drake fans out there, but I hate the narrative that like Kendrick is just now becoming an artist that people are finding, and like he's this hidden gem that nobody ever knew about until Not Like Us. It's like, are y'all stupid? Like where did y'all come from? Like maybe if y'all wasn't really tapped in like that, that's fine. Because sometimes I get put onto a new artist and then people be like, man, you've been asleep. That's cool. But I'm not going to act like he never had a career before this beef. And then like the narrative that Drake made Kendrick is wild. And y'all got to stop with that. Y'all really got to stop with that. That is absolute nonsense. Like I said, the arguments that I've always heard in the barbershop, or, you know what I'm saying, just amongst peers, who's the best rapper? Right now, I'm probably going to say it's between Cole and Kendrick and Cole. Nobody ever brought up Drake. And that's more of a mainstream. We're not talking about guys who really, you know what I'm saying, putting in work. Right, and I'm not a fan of that. It's about the art. A song can have 1,000 streams, but if it's good, it's good. Doesn't matter. That's a fact. Numbers help to get a better marketing budget. That's a fact. Numbers only help with the higher ups. That just says to me that you don't really have something you give your fans besides bragging rights about views and the listeners you have. That is a fact. When all that matters is the number that shows up so you can say I'm number one, we already know that those numbers can be skewed. But you can't fake influence. That's the point. My bad, I'm rambling. Make sure you guys hit that like button. We got 200 million in here. Let's get 100 likes or 200 likes in the stream. I appreciate it. Just double tap the screen real quick. Double tap the screen. If you guys are new and you just joined and you enjoy the commentary, hit that sub button. We're trying to get 30K.
Is more than ever in a music industry that is seemingly trying to get rid of all of the manipulation going on behind the scenes. Spotify adjusted a ton of song streaming numbers, and because of this, a lot of songs lost streams because they were caught having artificially boosted numbers, which is of course what Drake has been trying to prove with Not Like Us. And now while certain artists and even rappers specifically like Crodie B lost hundreds of millions of streams, which just shows how fake some things in this industry.
Cardi B caught strays? She lost hundreds of millions of streams? That's crazy. Me and Wifey was just talking about that today. We was talking about Cardi, Meg, Doechii, just talking about them as artists because we talk like that. Shout out Wifey. Some about Cardi is always kind of, I like that she's her, right? Like I like that she's always been herself. I hate knowing she's like the Drake of female rap to me. And I hate the mixed, I'm not saying it like, I'm just saying from a female artist standpoint, she's the Drake of that, where people write her music for her, right? Like she's not really putting in work like that. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's my only gripe with her, because I her as a person, she's just her. She's unapologetically herself. I like that about her, but I wish she wrote her own music. That would be the only gripe I would have with her. But it sucks. You see, it's a machine pushing her. But that might even answer a question. That might even answer questions in relations to beefs, where people been saying that people been getting their numbers inflated for a long time. And I'm not gonna say no names, but somebody was saying it's an effort to push me out. Y'all know who I'm talking about. If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Industry we see are, with everything that Drake and his team have been trying to claim about how fake all of the numbers around Kendrick Lamar are. Not a single thing about Kendrick Lamar's numbers were altered one bit by any of this, which once and for all is just putting Drake's claims about the entire success of Not Like Us and Kendrick Lamar's ascension in the music industry being faked, and this pre-planned effort to end his career in a more ridiculous context than it ever has looked. Because with all of the Kendrick Lamar songs not being altered at all after this entire check that Spotify had, Drake's claims about the industry pushing Not Like Us and GNX and boosting those numbers within the worst ways possible overall have just never sounded more.
We tested that on stream. And everybody said it popped up easily. Easily.
Baseless
Cardi's
altogether.
personality
With
carries
Kendrick's
her
numbers
facts.
being undeniable when Drake fans and OVO have been making plans and efforts to make his music look like it's performing better than it really is, it's really just the funniest thing. And ultimately, what this entire moment is gonna have to show really is, it's
take back the #1 spot this week. We're going against 2 other artists, and the gap is super close, less than 10,000 units. Prioritize streaming, Nokia, Die Trying, and Give Me a Hug. Those are all the ones that'll take us to the top.
Really just the funniest thing. And ultimately, what this entire moment is going to have to show every single person around Drake is that despite the ridiculous claims they are pushing and trying to build up about this major plot to end Drake's career, which is being pushed more and more each day by having Kendrick Lamar's streaming numbers go up, all of this has been earned and is not faked, and they just can't keep denying this anymore no matter how hard they try. And now, unfortunately for everybody around Drake, Kendrick Lamar's numbers were not just proven to be more than real. But when it comes to the last thing that Drake has had going for with him when it comes to his actual own music, which is the song Nokia, while everyone around Team Drake and OVO has been claiming that this song's success is so organic and that nothing about it is fake, which of course they are trying to position like that as the opposite of what's happening with Kendrick Lamar and records like Not Like Us and Luther, this is just not the case. And now I'm not saying that the entire reason this song is doing anything right now is completely fake, because we're not going to do what Drake and OVO are constantly doing to Kendrick. But what has become
I respect
clear is that Drake is not even hot.
He's saying, I'm not going to take away from it being a hot song right now, because maybe it's just a hot song right now. That's what everybody else was doing. Everybody else was saying the song ain't really that hot, it's just getting boosted. And that's not true, right? If this song is the song that's carrying everybody, then cool. Let it be that, right? Just let it cook. Let it do its own thing. Let's see how long it does that, right?
Hiding how he had to put more work and seemingly fake more than he ever has to get this song that's already charting downwards to do this well. As first off, when it comes to the claims about the record being on fake playlists that are boosting streaming numbers, the song is on a good amount of those. And again, as this is something that Drake fans have loved to pull out on Kendrick Lamar and his success, this just shows that Drake is really not that different from the person they think Kendrick is.
Wait, what'd he say?
And now also, and again, as this is something that Drake fans have loved streaming numbers, the song is on a good amount of those about the record that's already charting downwards to do this well. As first off, when it comes to the claims about the record being on fake playlists that are boosting
Drake Nokia in 30 botted playlists. It's right there, right? That's what I said. Drum song, Nokia. Well, I won't say drum song. I'll say it kind of bites the sound a little bit. It's not like exactly the same, but definitely you could there's definitely speculation there. But it says it right there, bro. It's in 30 botted playlists. How do you combat that? How do you combat that? Like, what do you do? It's right there. It's in your face. That's crazy.
Streaming numbers, the song is on a good amount of those. And again, as this is something that Drake fans have loved to pull out on Kendrick Lamar and his success, this just shows that Drake is really not that different from the person they think Kendrick is. And now also beyond this, and this is where this situation gets much more complicated, there are also claims that Drake put out an entire campaign where he recruited major influencers and others to make dance trends to this songs all over platforms, and just made people play it in their content to establish this record as a bigger song and moment than anything else Drake has had in quite some time. While some of this seems to be true, I could not find anything directly beyond just users talking about it. But with that,
that's what I'm saying. Like, is it working? Like, Not Like Us was everywhere. TikTok all over the place. I have not seen anybody. Maybe, like I said, maybe it's just my feed. Maybe it's my algorithm. I don't see it. But I don't see it like that. It's not like a global phenomenon. None of these songs are global phenomenons, which is what happened with Not Like Us, period.
Said while there
almost
is
100
no
likes, run it up.
Information about how Nokia has been able to become the first kind of successful thing Drake has done, what is clear is that when you look at specific personalities, from Kai Cenat to the Paul brothers to a lot of other big names within those spaces, there has been a recent sentiment change around Drake and his music, and looking at Kai Cenat specifically because he really reveals the most about what's going on here. I mean, from seeing his reaction when Not Like Us dropped, and even from Drake including him in his suit, to now seeing how much he has been dissing Kendrick Lamar and just overhyping Drake's new album as a whole, and specifically Nokia.
Crazy,
overall,
man.
with Kai, something has clearly changed behind the scenes with him and Drake, and now between this pattern we see right here, And also the fact that we know Drake has a history of doing some things behind the scenes, as we know he was using fake numbers to try and change the narrative during his beef with Kendrick, as beyond Kendrick's own bars telling us this. When the diss tracks were coming out, we saw through polls before actual people had time to voice how they felt about what songs were better, that Drake was able to fake things and make diss tracks that nobody actually thought were
complex music, 18,000. Yeah, like how does that make sense? Like, how does that make sense? 22,000 votes, but 18,000 views. Look at this, bro. What? What? Bro, a lot of things are not as they seem, man. It's crazy how people can just fake things and create the narratives that they want. And they can use it in favor, and they can also use it to destroy people. They wanted to really make it seem like people like push-ups that much more, and it's crazy, bro. That's insane. That's wild. Absolutely wild.
That nobody actually thought were better than Kendrick's seemed to have better reception in an effort to try and change the perception of the beef before it was too late, but of course that didn't work. And I mean, what's clear with all of this is that Drake has definitely played the system within a way like he would never want to admit, and making it even worse for him. He's also doing the exact same things that he's claiming that Kendrick is using to get success in the first place. And so overall with this, when we look at this moment on the charts where Kendrick Lamar is just breaking record after record and Drake has one song that, while it is his best in a while in terms of its performance, is doing nothing to rival Kendrick whatsoever.
Not even close.
Kendrick Lamar's numbers clearly being real, which we now can't just tell from how hip-hop and music culture has changed alongside the success of these songs, but now we have an actual way to prove it, as these numbers were not changed whatsoever. From Drake clearly doing stuff behind the scenes to push Nokia more than he has ever tried to push a record in his career.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It seemed like the effort is not matching the result. There's a conscious effort to try to push this song, and it's just not adding up. I wonder how much more money is being spent behind the scenes to get this song to get a push, and it's just not working. At some point, you got to stop paying for it too, right? Drake has used every established hot up-and-coming artist to keep him relevant. If he were really that guy, he would work with artists on his label, yet they're unknown. They write for him. Facts. We talked about that too, how careers are wasted in the OVO sweatshop. Careers are wasted, man. Like, you have some artists who probably could really do things on their own, but then end up taking a back seat just to continue to push Drake's image, which is sad, man. It's sad. It's really sad because some of those guys went over there thinking that they would actually be something, and they never get a chance.
Overall, what is clear is that in this rap game where the real music is lasting and the gimmicks are fading away more and more, Drake is the one who is trying to grasp onto his past success with ridiculous methods that are just spelling out that he has never been more desperate and that things behind the scenes are not like we see them. And really, with all of this, Drake really just has to admit that he is no longer number one, because he is not just trying to discredit Kendrick Lamar, but he is then using the same methods he is saying are helping Kendrick but still losing with those. I mean, you can't...
What will they say? What would a Drake fan say? He's not number one anymore. That's all you had. Now, if you were the best rapper, like if you were the best rapper, like you had the best lyrical ability, you could hang your hat on that. You know what? Kendrick is having a run right now, but Drake, don't clip this up and say this either. This is a scenario, because somebody I ain't even gonna say it, because they gonna try to clip me up. But either way, I'm just saying, if you weren't only counting on being number one and you had actual skill and lyrical ability, your fan base could fall on that and say, well, he's still this. But you can't. I had to catch myself because they're going to clip me up. They go, oh, meet the Grahoomer, you wild. Drake made the lawsuit sharing that influencers like Kai were paid to enjoy it, not like us. But Drake is the same person who was besties with Kai and told Kai to stay on stream. It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. That'll never make sense.
Can't make this stuff up, and when it comes to the fact of why Kendrick Lamar is winning the way he is, stuff like this is the exact reason why hip-hop has moved on from Drake and why people don't want this anymore, because over everything else. We are now in a time where the record itself and its cultural impact speaks more than anything else can. And again, while Drake is trying to discredit Kendrick and say that everything he is doing is fake, but when you see how Kendrick Lamar this beef and its outcome has become so relevant, that it's been mentioned in places so much further than just hip-hop, as whether that's from Will Ferrell during Saturday Night Live's 50th anniversary special, or Conan during the Oscars, which of course Drake and his fans were not happy about the joke he made there. Overall, what is clear is that the moment of Not Like Us and Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show has been so successful that it has transcended hip-hop and regular music spaces as a whole.
Facts.
And with all of this real and earned success, while at the same time everything around Drake has not just looked worse, but even his moderate successes are clearly a little faked. Drake,
I think what all of this has done is just revealed. All it's done, it's like a chemical peel for Drake. It's just like all of that facade is just peeled, and we get a chance to see who he is. That's all. And if this is the space, he's still doing well. He's just not he's not the best. He's not number one. That's all it is. That's all it is. And it's like, if that's his career, if his career is number 2, then okay, just let it rock. Now, if you fall to 3, 4, and 5, then you got real issues. But if you just took the L to Kendrick, you got to just take the L, bro.
Drake really just needs to come up with a better plan.
Take the L.
Because at this point, there is nobody he is fooling by lying to us like this. And so now with all this said, let me know. What do you think of what's happened with Drake here? How his big claim again?
Hey, man, shout out to Fantastic Hip Hop. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Like I said in the beginning of the video, all I need is the same energy. Yes, a chemical peel. That's what it was. All I need is the same energy, fam. Give me the same energy y'all was saying when y'all was claiming that Kendrick was getting boosted by bots. But now when it comes up that Drake's music is found in playlists, like embodied playlists, then what are we doing? Just give me the same. Just give us the same energy, fam. Be like, oh, okay, my bad. Is that gonna happen? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. But let me know what y'all thought about this in the comments, man. I think if his life is at number 2 at this point, if his career is at number 2, then that's just how it's got to be. It's got to be at number 2. If you start slipping lower than that, then hey. But if that's where you are right now, that's just where you are, dog. Do me a favor, chat. Run it up for me. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new over here. We appreciate all of the love and support. As always, you guys are incredibly amazing. That's our 3rd video for the day. Like I said, yeah, try to go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. It really helps out the channel. Hit the like button, man. That helps the algorithm. It really does. It lets everybody know we're doing something good over here. If you guys haven't done it already, go ahead and follow me up here at my socials, at the HHSB Crew and everything, man. You guys can find me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff. I will see you guys in the next one, man. Y'all have a great, incredible weekend. Stay safe. Have fun. It was starting to warm up for us out here in Chicago, but then it started snowing again. Y'all know we get 2 winters. But I love y'all, man. I will see y'all in the next one. Y'all have a great night. I'm out. Peace.